Hey Steve, Kate, here's some freestyle stuff going on. I was able to watch it and get you on top, Katie Ledecky on the bottom. See a lot of good things. First thing I always look for is kind of the body line and ways to reduce drag, and you're doing a really good job. So I want to focus on increasing propulsion a little bit. All right, there's a few things I see, and I can go on and on about the things I like, but do want to just take the opportunity to point out some things that I think you can improve on. So can't say it enough. There's a lot of good things going on here, but let's just look at a couple things that I think you can do better. Um, I think there's a few more, but it's always difficult if we throw out too many, and then instead of improving them all, we end up improving none, rather than maybe just throwing out a couple things and trying to improve those. So here's a couple things. First of all, we got you on top, and I'd like to see you rotating less, and the rotation, try to make it happen from the upper body and keep the hips as flat as possible. We'll see it a little bit more in a breath where you're really rotating with the hips, kind of coming all the way onto the side. All right, let's watch Katie Ledecky here, and just how flat the hips are, and even on a breath, she's really staying flat, and there's a little bit more rotation from the upper body than there is from the lower body. The hips are really staying flat. Got your hips rolling, and then on a non-breath, hips are rolling a little bit more as well. All right, Katie Ledecky's breathing. These are different angles, but I think you can tell she's staying pretty flat. And get your hips rolling. So you want to try to keep those hips flatter, minimize the rotation, and just rotate less in general, but especially on a breath. I think that would make a big difference, and that's one of the two things I want to point out. The other is just this arm catch out front. So when we look at your arm here, your lead arm, we really see the elbow kind of drop, and we get to an angle with the arm where it's bent a little bit up, which is the opposite of what we see Katie Ledecky doing, and good swimmers doing, or great swimmers. For freestyle and backstroke, I really see the difference between kind of good and great is this catch out front. And it seems like good swimmers, in my opinion, good swimmers balance well in the water. Great swimmers are able to hold the water out front, and that's kind of free and backstroke. And we'll see kind of a similar thing in backstroke as well. But it's almost like there's like Katie's trying to swim over a log, or there's the hood of a VW Beetle right here, and she's got that arm on the hood. I'd like to see you, and it's difficult to do, and you shouldn't try to get where she is in one day, but maybe if you could just try to get it down here, trying to get an arm angle a little bit lower, and over time trying to bring it higher and higher. I really want to emphasize the importance of not trying to do this motion right away. Okay, but just over time, just trying to get the elbow up, and the arm a little bit lower. it's almost like I see a lot of kids, a lot of people, a lot of swimmers trying to pull the water. And when I watch your arm, your right arm here, it's almost like you're trying to pull water back. And what I see really, really good swimmers do is they're not trying to pull any water. They're just trying to hold on to it. They're just trying to hold on to some water and then let their body do the work. Okay, again, this is not something that's going to happen overnight. It just can't, and you can't expect it to. I would say, set a goal to try to get here a little bit better. Just want to show you Katie Ledecky from both sides. Let's see. So here's the left arm, same thing. All right, and there's some other things as well. I think you can do a little bit better. All right, so we should see that reflected in a little bit lower stroke count. But it's not easy to do. And so start using different muscles. You start in practice, you can expect to be a little bit more tired sooner. And it's only over time will you develop the ability to do that and do it over and over and over. But don't expect to do that right away. So yeah, just two things. Try to keep it as simple as possible. One, staying flatter, especially on the breath. Okay, here's Katie Ledecky on the breath. And then two, trying to get this, trying to get the lead arm there rather than up. Trying to get it there over time, not right away. Just seeing if you can hold on to the water. All right, I hope it helps.